Good morning, OU. I'm excited to be here again with you this morning. And I have a question for you today. Have you ever been on an airplane? Did it go way up high? Can you think of anything else that goes way up into the air or that can fly? Before today's lesson, we need to learn two big words, ascend and descend. Ascend means to go up, and descend means to go down. So when I say ascend, I want you to stand up where you are. And when I say descend, I want you to sit down. Are you ready? It's a fun game. Ascend, descend. Ascend, descend. Ascend, descend. Now, are you tired? All right, well, let's sit down for today's lesson. Today's story is about the ascension of Jesus. So where do you think we would turn in our Bibles to today's story? That's right, it's not the Old Testament because the Old Testament is everything before Jesus was born. So we're going to turn in our Bibles to the New Testament. And can you remember the New Testament starts with 4 very important books called the Gospels. And you know them with me, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And the very next book is the book called Acts. And Acts was written by, you remembered it from last time. Acts was written by Luke.
Good morning, boys and girls. My name is Lane Mitchell, and these are my kids. This is Allie and Ann Clinton. And today we're going to read the story about the Ascension of Jesus, and we're going to read it from the Spark House Story Bible. And if you'd like to follow along in your own Bible at home, the verses come from Luke chapter 24, verses 50 through 53, and Acts chapter 1, verse 6 through 14. The Ascension. After Jesus died and rose again, he and his disciples got together near Jerusalem. Jesus had some instructions for them. As you know, God is doing amazing things in the world, he said, and your help is needed. We need you to go tell stories about me. Tell your friends and family and everyone you meet what you've learned by following me. Be my witnesses in the world. Then suddenly Jesus was rising up in the air. What was going on? He was being lifted up into a cloud.
Jesus' friends looked around. 2 men in white robes had just joined them. The men said, "Why are you just standing around looking up toward heaven? Don't worry, Jesus will come back someday." "Right," said one of Jesus' disciples. "Meanwhile, we have some work to do. Let's get going."
So ask an adult who loves you to tell you a story about Jesus today. Then you tell them a story.
After his resurrection, Jesus stayed on earth for 40 days to show others that he was alive and to teach others about God's kingdom. Then it was time for him to go to God's house, to heaven. He gathered the disciples and gave them instructions. You may remember we learned about this called the Great Commission. To go and tell others all across the world about Jesus, to be a witness in the world that we know Jesus' love, to now share that love with others. Then suddenly, Jesus was ascending up in the air. Remember that big word, ascend? Yes, Jesus was going up, up, and up. He was being lifted into a cloud. 2 angels appeared beside him and said, Jesus will come back someday. Jesus went to heaven and took us to new heights. Jesus came to earth to spread God's message of love, and now it is our turn. The disciples knew now that it was their responsibility, just like it is your responsibility and my responsibility, to continue the work of Jesus here on earth. Have you ever ran a relay race where you tag the next friend and then they take off running? Or maybe you pass the baton and now it's their turn? Well, Jesus has passed the baton to both you and to me and all of his followers. And now it's our turn to share God's love with others. So here's the baton. I'm passing it just like Jesus passed it to you. And now it is your turn to do something great for the kingdom of God and to share his love with others. God loves you so, so much and all of his people. So let's help share his love with others. Go share God's love today.